In today's video, I'm updating my bath and shower room, which is actually the second time. This is what my bathroom looked like when I first moved in. Then I changed it for a couple of reasons, which I'll go into detail about. This is then what my new bathroom looked like. This was only meant to be a temporary fix to get me through the winter. I am really excited about this renovation. The bathroom has to be my favorite room at home. It's like my safe space. I like to spend time there to just relax and unwind. So my design needs to be great. Happy travels! Hi, I'm Matt Guy, and I bought this beautiful $6,000 house in the deep snow country of Myokokogen in Japan, 10 minutes away from some of the best ski resorts in the country. This is my property renovation and lifestyle series, where I'll be teaching you how to do the same thing that I'm doing, or you can just follow along if you want to see my journey. I've also traveled extensively through Japan and have visited all 47 prefectures in the country. I've hiked some of the highest peaks and been to countless numbers of ski resorts. You can check my Instagram for more adventures too, at im.macguy. Thanks for subscribing and for your support. Happy travels! Before I really get started, I want to do a quick shout out and a thank you to those people who bought me a coffee recently on Ko-fi. Regan, Michael, Love Black Shoes, and a few anonymous people. Thank you so much for supporting me and buying me coffee. I actually really love coffee and I drink it every day. Drinking it now. Really appreciate it and very, very grateful for your support. If you want to buy me a coffee, the link is in the description. My house was designed and built in the 1960s, and while it comes with some style and retro flair, it also comes with some problems and needs to be updated. One of the main issues with the bathroom when I first bought the house was that the floor was not watertight. It is a concrete floor, but it has lifted over time. The tiles have lifted because it has had water seep in through some of the cracks. Now, the previous guy tried to fix this issue with putting grout over the tiles, which just raised the tiles up. It looks like he's also lost some tiles over the years, which are those beautiful small stones. He's then gone ahead and tried to just replace that with too much grout. And then when you look in the corners, you can see small cracks where the water can seep through and go into the floor space. That floor space is not accessible. It is a big concrete foundation. I cannot get in there without drilling out concrete, which is not the plan. I'd prefer to just make that watertight and dry out that space, which is what I did last year. From that water damage came a couple of problems. So one of them was that with that moisture, the wood became wet and moist, and it kind of rotted out over time. One of the walls is also slightly bowed. Coupled with that issue is that it also brought in termites. Termites like to be in a damp, dark place, and that was the perfect space underneath that bathroom area where it was always kinda constantly wet. It was the perfect space for them to be. I removed all of that old rotted wood, I dried out that space, I replaced all of the pipes under the floor, and really brought that up to speed. Then I replaced that floor during that works last year. Last year, as winter drew in and became closer, I needed a quick fix to just get me through last season, to be able to take a shower comfortably. A quick, effective way to update that space was to paint the tiles and the floor. I used a 2-part epoxy paint over the last 1 year. It's lasted pretty good, but it started to break down at this point. And I knew that this was going to happen, and I knew that in the longer term, within the year, I'd be updating the bathroom once again. I also put floating tiles over the top of the floor. This was never a long-term solution. I honestly wouldn't recommend it really to anyone in a shower space because it does get really grimy under there. The thing that pushed me to do this renovation was that I just didn't want to clean under that tile spot again. So if you do want to do a renovation and you're looking for motivation, buy those tiles, put them down, let the grime build up, and you will for sure want to renovate your bathroom sooner. When it came to designing this space, this shower space, I had a really good idea of what I wanted. After living in Japan all of these years, having some understanding of what is available and what is the common standard for this part of the house, I knew that there would be a kind of mix between the unit bath and a traditional hot spring onsen feel. A unit bath or a unit shower is probably the most common type of bathroom or shower room that you'll find around the country. These bathrooms are made from panels, some of them plastic, some of them are a composite material, and these are basically double-sided taped and glued, stuck onto the walls. What these panels do provide is sanitation. They provide a surface that's easy to clean and keep well maintained. And that's really important in the bathroom area, especially in Japan, where mold is common in every house. While it does provide a great surface for sanitation, it kind of lacks character and that style that I think Japan is well known for, that architecture and interior design that people come from around the world to enjoy at temples and hot springs. When it came to designing this, I wanted a mix of this unit style shower room to keep it really clean, but I also wanted a sense of a quality build, which you see in these bathhouses and Japanese architecture. Before I started this, I had 3 quotes to see what the price would be for unit showers and for tiling. For the unit showers, I asked for the absolute most basic, line the walls and provide a shower. That cost around 1 to 1.5 million yen, more than 7,000 US dollars. To just tile the walls and to tile the floor, I had a price for 1 million yen, which again is around 7,000 US dollars. For some insight, it's not common to see the same kind of variety in tiles that you would see in Western countries, especially in residential spaces. Just finding tiles and sourcing tiles is a challenge in itself. You can find specialists, but you cannot just go to a DIY store and choose from an array of different tiles. If you've ever visited a hot spring or an onsen in Japan, you may have noticed that a lot of these spaces are lined or built using Japanese Hinoki wood. This is a Japanese cypress tree. The characteristics of this beautiful tree are incredible. It's a super high quality ornamental wood. Those temples that you visit will be built out of Hinoki. Hinoki is extremely durable. The oldest pagoda in Japan, Horyuji, is actually built out of Hinoki, and it's 1,300 years old. I didn't think my bathroom's gonna last that long, but it's good to know that it will probably still be here after the rest of the house is gone. Hinoki is smooth to touch and is resistant to humidity. The fine grain in the wood is also resistant to warping. It's also very spiritual in Japan. It's a white wood and it has a sense of clean and fresh to it. I built a bathroom made out of wood before, and this was going to be my challenge. that's part 1 of the plan complete. I blasted away as much paint as I can and collected those chips so it didn't fall down the drain here. I also did the walls, and you can see how much came off there. But I'm not worrying too much about that because these will be covered with a watertight wall system that I'm putting in, that you'll see soon enough. Now you can see the color below it. It's actually a pretty nice original floor. It's just that there's so many problems with it and it's not watertight. And you can see that down here, for example. But it's not just those corners. You can also see the guy before has just put a type of mortar as much as he can on the floor, and it's made high spots. You can see that on the edge there, on that corner. So there's actually a lot of problems with this floor if it's not tended to with something to cover it. just stopped by and brought some corn, some fresh corn. This is a special corn. It's completely white. And she cooked it for us to say, she said, I'm working too hard, as usual. Look at this delicious corn. Itadakimasu. Soft, fresh, sweet corn. Sweet neighbors. could not have asked or imagined a better finished product. I wasn't entirely sure how the wall panels and the Hinoki would work together, but it ended up coming out even better than expected. It's a clean, simple, and stylish finish with beautiful lines around the room. The space feels like just the right size. I was happy to discover that both of these shower heads can be used at the same time. With the grain and the colors in the Hinoki, I understand why it's a popular choice in Japan. The new vinyl floor feels great underfoot, and it's gonna be my best friend during winter. It has that little extra padding, and the color matches well with the room. This is what it cost me in money and time. The wall paneling and the associated costs were around 60,000 yen. The Hinoki and the furring cost me around 50,000 yen. The Hinoki sealer was 10,000 yen. The new exhaust fan and light were around 8,000 yen, and the new shower head was 13,000 yen. The vinyl floor with concrete and glue cost 14,000 yen. That brings the total cost to 155,000 yen, or about $1,200. It took me roughly 30 hours to complete this DIY project. The labor rate for a builder in Japan is around 3,000 yen per hour, which means that hypothetically this would cost around 90,000 yen in labor, or $640. I am in love with my new shower. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Thanks for watching, subscribing, liking, and see you on the next video. For now, I gotta take a shower and get clean. Happy travels!